Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and do you remember the story that I posted like 2 weeks ago? Well, apparently, OP just posted an update, so we're gonna be checking it out today. Let's begin. My wife went back to work 6 months ago, fell in love with her boss, had an affair, claimed lost connection, finally admitted months later, and now wants a divorce. Posted by Reddit user throwaway19891953.
I feel a bit guilty writing again as I had such an amazing response from you guys last time. But I'm just so hurt and want people's thoughts. Background: we have 2 small kids, married 7 years, together 14 in total. She suffered from depression before kids, but it got worse after, and she struggles to spend time with them as too stressful. I have always given her as much support as I could, especially when she was struggling. Gave her time alone on weekends, did bedtime, let her travel, etc. It was always about her issues. She never said we were in trouble ourselves. I was never the husband who worked late and let her be the housewife who couldn't cope. We had several milestones in our minds which we hoped would help her. When kids reach a certain age, go to school, buy the dream house, and then finally once she gets back to work. She started working again in Q3 last year as a contractor for a large organization. Told me early on her boss was flirty, had a reputation, and it made her uncomfortable. We agreed she should take screenshots of the remarks for HR, as it was clearly a conflict since they wanted to hire her directly instead of being a contractor, and he was in charge of the process. Fast forward to February, and she tells me after a few days away abroad with her family that she wants to move out for a few weeks to find herself and think, as she's struggling so much and doesn't understand why she's not happy. Came out of nowhere for me. I try to work on us, go on lunch dates where she worked throughout, etc. But then have to go away for a few days to see sick family. During the time away we seem fine, write romantically, etc. When I come back she tells me she needs to go and be alone a couple of weeks within 30 minutes of me arriving home. I ask again if there's someone else and she denies it. The next day, after pushing from my side, she finally admits there is someone else she had feelings for, but nothing ever happened. After more pushing, she admits they did go on dates and kissed but no sex. Final push from my side and she said they had sex but only once. Allegedly they also broke up after, as his girlfriend found text messages. We separated a week when I finally asked if she wants a divorce. 14 years in the relationship, and 1 hour later after me asking she says yes. 30 minutes later says she's really sorry. I'm at rock bottom. Can't sleep or eat. Hurt she never wanted to even work on the marriage but wants to throw it all away after all this time. Any thoughts would be greatly appreciated.
OP, get some legal advice about the children and your rights. Send her to the affair partner, let him deal with her bullshit. Go 180 on her and give her nothing except talking about the children. Let the family and friends know so you can get some emotional support. You desperately need it. It also stops her from spinning the story to make you look like the bad guy. Look after yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. Just a fair warning, OP. The affair fog will wear off. When that time comes, she will be running back to you. Kick her back to the streets where she belongs. And now for OP's update. She started talking to the affair partner again as soon as we separated. Wow, that is so unexpected. Who saw that one coming?
See last post on my profile for background if interested. She claimed that her and affair partner stopped all contact, personal and professional, shortly after they had sex. Allegedly his girlfriend had seen text messages on his phone. Interesting in itself, as why would she snoop on him? 2 months later, after she finally came clean and we separated with her moving to a friend, we split bedtime duties at the house. We stay out of each other's way at bedtime so as to not confuse kids. Last Monday I came home a bit early, so decided to quietly sneak into the kitchen for some wine, while she finished up with the kids upstairs, when suddenly I heard her on a personal call. Heard everything. I miss you, want to see you again. Husband is just ignoring me now. Just need to put one more kid to bed and then I can come see you. Some friends know about it now, but honestly I don't give a shit anymore, and so on. I confronted her when she came down. She said it looks worse than it is and it's complicated. They're not meeting up. I say that I literally heard her say 10 minutes prior that she does want to meet him again soon and she missed him. She says it's complicated a few more times but can't explain why. Also says she never had feelings like this before and she didn't mean to fall in love with him. First time she used the L word. She didn't see the benefit of telling me that they're speaking again. Contact is now bare minimum on logistics. Don't need financial advice, but just would be good to hear some thoughts from people that went through something similar on what is going on with her, or how someone could throw 14 years away so quickly. My world is upside down.
So, they are still meeting up and still having sex. Well, they never really stopped for very long now, did they? Look man, you should definitely accept that she's trying to find your replacement. She can't explain anything because being honest will make her look bad. Saying that it's complicated is just code for, I have no way of explaining this without sounding like a lying hoe. Take note of this, OP, and keep records of everything for the divorce. If she's in the affair fog, let her stay there until everything is settled and signed. You need to be very smart with what you do from now on. Otherwise, you could literally lose more than half your shit. Good luck, OP. And now for today's second story. My wife just announced to me that she cheated. Posted by Reddit user Fat Frankie.
Hi all. We've been happily married for 9 years and together for 13 years. 2 kids together, 6 and 3. About a month and a half ago, she started feeling blue. She questioned our relationship to finally say it was not the issue. We talked about it quite a lot. The pressure of everyday life, raising 2 kids. I have a job that involves that I don't really know when I'll be working, so I know it's not always easy on her. But I won't say I'm absent. It's just that when I work, I'm not available at all. But when I don't, I'm fully here. We have been experiencing ups and downs for the last month. She made me realize I wasn't paying attention to her as a mother and acknowledging her for how she deals with the kids. So I decided to try my best and change and support her, even if I don't agree. She has lost quite some weight too. During this month and a half, I also started a therapy to see where I could work on myself. We went on holiday with the kids in a foreign country. It was not all good, but not all bad. But I didn't know what to do anymore so she wouldn't feel that way. Intimacy has always been amazing with her. Really good, and it didn't fade. Tonight she was supposed to go out with colleagues. She texted saying the night was cancelled. When she got back home after I went to get the 2 screamers, I started asking why it was cancelled, because she seemed so down. She asked for me to wait to talk later, after the kids would be asleep. And the news came. She cheated twice with the same guy, and it's the reason why she's so depressed. She feels guilty, says she doesn't know why she did it. Intellectually, I've always assumed sex is sex, love is love. That being cheated on is not a deal breaker. I don't own her. She's a free human being. As long as she comes home and I don't know about it. I even consider swinging as long as we explore things together. Until I'm cheated on. I'm so fucking angry and sad. The fucking sadness. The sadness so deep. It's 5 a.m. in France right now. I have to be up in 2 hours and get on with the day. We talked a lot yesterday evening. I've found strength to tell her I will do everything to reconquer her. She didn't understand why it was me consolidating her. I think I mean it. I want to make this work out. She's my sunshine. I have so many griefs against her, but fuck, I'm madly in love with her. My heart has been pounding for 6 hours now. The ball in my stomach. And so afraid, and it will be obviously. At least for a period of time things won't ever be the same. Everything happened so quickly, without notice. No warning. I understand the psychological aspect of what she did. Again, intellectually I don't give a fuck. But I do give a fuck. It hurts really bad. I can't stop thinking. Retracing the last month, the intimate moments we had. That's my story. Crying in my bed, next to my wife, asleep, finally liberated of a month and a half of lies. While every time I fall asleep I'm having panic and crying attacks. I don't know what's coming next, I'm really scared and lost. Edit. Thanks all for your guidance. I have read each comment and trying to go through with my day. As for now, I asked her to leave and get perspective and get treated. She's been depressed for a while now, and I mean clinically depressed. Only she didn't take good care of herself and has been in denial. She told me she doesn't know if she loves me or the kids. I asked my parents to come and take the kids away, to be alone or with friends and think about it. I understand your points of view, and each was interesting. I think she's honest. I don't know where I am at right now, if I'll be able to live with this. But you're right. It's on her. She needs to make the move. Work-wise is really complicated and I won't get into it. But I get it. Thanks a lot.
So, I do have my own opinion on this, but this comment from Reddit user Professor Clegg, although I don't agree with some of the points he said, it pretty much sums it up, and he said it in a much nicer way than I ever could. So please, OP, listen to it.
Let me tell you something that took me a long time to learn, and it's something I see in everyone else's story here. and that I see them struggle with immensely. In fact, I struggled so much with it too, and it turns out that it's an extremely futile struggle. This is the lesson. You can't fix the problem. You can't make the relationship work. You can't save the relationship. You can't make her stop cheating. You can't fill the hole in her. Only she can do these things. There's absolutely nothing you can do to save her, to force her to understand, to make her see the light, to protect her from herself, etc. There's nothing you can say to her that will accomplish any of these things either. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care how much time you spend with her, or how much attention you give her. Nor does it matter if you threaten this, that, or the other. None of these will have any bearing on the outcome. All of the could've, would've, and should've have no bearing on any of this. Right now you are a mere passenger and she has full control of the wheel and pedals. Your only choice here is if you stay or go. If you choose to stay, then she is the one that has to save the relationship. You can only judge if she's succeeding or not. She is the one that has to fill the hole in her brain, heart, soul without resorting to self-destruction. You can only judge if she's succeeding. She is the only one that can stop cheating. You can only monitor to see that she does. So many of us jump through hoops trying to make the relationship work after our spouse's infidelity. It's an impossible task. They either cheat or they don't. They are either fully remorseful or they're not. They either regain your trust or they don't. There's no halfway. And as Yoda says, there's do or do not. There is no try. I wish you happiness, whatever the outcome. Edit. Just so I'm clear, I'm neither advising you to stay or go. Only you can make that decision. I'm just saying that there's no quantity or quality of effort you can put in to save your marriage. It takes two, and one person can't do double to make up for the other.
Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.